Well, I got the kids' four-wheelers working. They're doing stuff. You got tum-tum?
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we don't have any snow goose stuff. I don't have any excess duck hunting stuff. I probably should have just filmed all my duck hunts last year, and you know, it would have been good. But just to keep it in things, we're gonna work on this. And there's some rivets that need to be redone. These corners could be better. Might be able to do some stuff and things. That corner there is busted out. We're gonna strip this old bed liner out of this. Do some work on the bottom and whatnot. As you can see, there's rivets that are patched and holes and stuff. It leaks like a sieve, but I have rivets. And yeah, we're gonna do some stuff with it. Maybe beef up that transom a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna do cool stuff to this thing. So just stick with me. It's gonna be an ongoing project while I'm waiting on parts for the square body, and then we're gonna work on the square body. So all right, get after it. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Also, it's Mother's Day weekend. Well, tomorrow's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day if you're a mother. If not, don't forget that you needed to tell your mother happy Mother's Day last weekend or 2 weekends ago. I don't know, we'll see when this video airs, but it's Mother's Day weekend. All right, so tip, this boat has been sitting back there for 2 years ish. So it's got mice and stuff in it, right? And it's got ants. I picked it up and it was moving. There was a bunch of ants, but just fill it up full of water and let it sit for a little while. Any mice or anything, they'll come crawling out. Also, pro dad tip: if you work construction or like your kids destroy everything they touch, just get a piece of poly, lay it across the yard, put a hose out, giant slip and slide, and it's wide enough to where, you know, the kids can, all 3 kids, 2 kids, 4 kids can go down all at the same time. But they're gonna have to wait until that's done filling up with water. Okay. All right, we got it dug out, and we got it filled it up full of water. Got all the mice out. It's kids threw a bunch of rocks in there. That's great. Now we're gonna pressure wash it, get all the loose garbage off of it, and yeah, you can kind of see what we got going on here. This is welded up to here. I'm gonna try and work something into there. I don't know, I'll figure that out. We'll do something with this transom, fix those rivets. Thinking about taking these seats out and taking the foam out, but we'll see. It'll be an interesting one. We're gonna get HydroTurf for the inside of the floor there, and yeah, it's gonna be good. And we might once we're done with this, we might take it fishing on some no motorized ponds that I found out have walleyes in them, and that'll be interesting because I don't know if there's fish in them or not. But I saw a walleye, so I know there's fish in them because I saw a walleye when we were out duck hunting last year. So yeah, pressure wash. Well, that was 1 tank of fuel and that thing. So a 0 degree tip. What does this thing go up to? 3,100 psi max. 0 degree tip. We'll take bed liner off. It's not a fast process, but it'll do it. So I really don't want to sit here and gum up sandpaper or, you know, using the tools that I got. So I'm gonna keep going. Probably gonna finish pressure washing this. I don't know if we're gonna get anywhere else on it this week. this weekend, I should say. You know, Mother's Day tomorrow and whatnot, but well, that was fun. I'm soaked, but it's done. Well, we're back at it. Paint stripper. We're gonna try that. So that's good for metal. Premium paint and epoxy remover. Jasco. Fast, 15 minutes. Kids riding four-wheeler. So, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna squirt this on there. See what it does. Alright, so it turned the bed liner white. Didn't really take anything off. It's taking the rest of the paint off really good. So that's nice. But the bed liner didn't want to come off. The spray paint is taking the spray paint off. So, working on paint. It did make the bed liner a little bit softer. So, we're just gonna go back to the pressure washer. We'll see what happens. Just like that. She's clean. I don't know if that I don't know if that the stuff did us any good or if it just hurt us. I think it might have hurt us. But like some of it was easier, but some of it was a lot harder. So, and it's not perfect, but we're gonna sand it down because, well, it doesn't have to be perfect because anything flat that you can step on is gonna get covered in hydroturf. That transom is gonna get completely redone and beefed up. They gotta redo that corner. That seam's welded all the way up. I'll probably redo that corner as well and bring it out further. Put handles on back there. Redo the front corner up here, probably beef it up a little bit so, like, I don't know, you can hit stuff with it and do cool things, because I'm thinking about building a not like a cheap Chinese version of a surface drive, but like a surface drive I know that I can be hauling ass down my river in the backyard and be like, oh, a rock, dunk, and not worry about anything. So like, and yeah, I could buy a cheap Chinese thing, but I'm gonna put a plug in this thing too because it doesn't have a plug and it irritates me. So yeah, it's stripped. Didn't work that well on the paint. It just turned it, you know, white, gray, whatever. But yeah, that's how you get truck bed coating off. If you have truck bed coating on your boat, choose some. Probably read the directions on the paint stripper. I didn't really read it. I sprayed it all on, farted around for a little bit, came out, pressure washed it, and it wasn't like bubbling up or anything. It turned the whole boat white. So I don't know, but I got a little bit left. I'm gonna spray it on the sides and whatnot, on the outsides, just to try and get some of that paint off. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna go eat steak because that's what I'm gonna do. And then next week we're gonna pick this up where we left off. And we're gonna start sanding on it, and it's gonna be a long process because one, I don't have the stuff I need right now. I ordered all the hydroturf and the slick stuff for the bottom of the boat, and a spool gun for welding aluminum. I gotta go buy aluminum. There's a lot of little things I gotta pick up yet, so stay tuned. It's gonna be a cool build. You know, it's an old boat, but it floats, and part of me really just wants to do away with the rivets and weld the whole thing, because everything else is welded on it besides the seats and the ribs. So maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Should we put a floor in it? It's not really deep, but I mean, it might be cool to have a floor in it. Also might be cool to have a grab bar. With the floor we can have a grab bar. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Leave bleep comment and things. All right, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, do the things. Okay, I got a mess to clean up. This is all bed liner. I think we'll just let the grass grow over it. What's up? I broke out some child labor today. Child labor. They're my kids, so I don't have to pay them. Anyway, we're gonna sand everything down, get it down to bare metal, hopefully. I did hit it up here with the DA a little bit. It comes off pretty easy. That paint stripper that we got was in the best. I'll say that right now. No the best. But we're gonna keep sanding. We're sanding everything down. We're gonna get it looking pretty. And then next week, hopefully by next week, and I'll have my TIG welder that I ordered. So we can weld up some corners. And I got HydroTurf for it. And we're gonna do all sorts of other cool stuff. Your what? Well, it's fine if it comes off, just hang on to it and, you know, sand. Okay, just keep sanding. You got a long way to go. Alright, so how much battery I got? I got enough battery. So obviously taking it off pretty easily. That's 180 grit. I have 80 grit or 180 grit, and I feel like 80 grit's too much. So 180 grit should be good. Very smooth now. You can see it's all full of dents and stuff. We don't care. We don't care if it's full of dents. Okay? It's a duck boat. Like, the goal here is I would love, if you guys like this stuff, if you guys want to see some cool, like, tiny boat builds, right? I mean, I would love to do it. But the thing is this one, this is what I use for hunting public waters when I'm by myself most of the time if I don't use my canoe. Otherwise, I use my 14-foot boat, right? That one over there. Or, if I fish big water, I use one that's in the shed. That's a 15-footer with 25 horse on it. And either the 14-footer or this one, we'll get that little Predator 6.5 horse mud motor. Also, where am I? Hello? There I am. Also, kind of want to build my own surface drive because I feel like I could do, like, build one of those Predator motors, the 6.5 horse Predator motors up, build the kit around the horsepower. But I want reverse. That's my main thing. I want reverse. I've had backwater motors, I've had the Predator motors, I've had Go Devils. I haven't had a surface drive. I want a surface drive. I want reverse because it ends up every time why I get rid of my longtails because I don't have reverse. I want reverse, and I want to put float pods on my bigger boat. We got boat stuff to do. We got boats, so we got boat stuff to do. Maybe we'll start a side hustle of fixing up old tin can John boats and throwing them down at the end of the driveway for sale. We'll deck them out. We'll put a front deck in them and stuff. And yeah, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do stuff, and we're gonna sand this down. 180 grit on that. Why? All right, so hear me out. Doesn't fit. He didn't learn the first time. Are you drunk, sir? Sir, have you had your nap time? Hey, no, 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 no. Crisis averted. The Duramax is fine. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. I pop these two seats out, right? Here, hear me out. I know that's your flotation, but let's just put it this way. I just peeled the tag off up here that said last time this thing was, or first time it was registered, because there's only 2 stickers on it. There was one for Minnesota, which was 91, and there was one for Wisconsin for 81. So 81, 30 some years ago, no, 40 some years ago. So yeah, I don't have a title for this. I got it from a guy because, you know, I needed a boat. Anyway, this thing is extremely light as it is. Extremely light. Like, I mean, you can't get a lighter 12-foot John boat. And that foam, like, I mean, the seats here, right? They're not really, I mean, there's a couple rivets in it down there. Couple rivets in it down there. But there's nothing up here. This is already loose. It's cracked. This one, same thing. Rivets are coming out. The backside's riveted. That's it. We'll obviously leave that one alone. But we would take these out, right? And make, like, basically just a bench. Not folding the metal, just making a bench out of it. So, like, stuff needs to go back there. It can shift around. There's more stuff to put stuff. You put your paddles underneath everything, your oars. I think that's what we should do. 100% honestly think that's what we should do. By the way, are these riveted in? They sure are. Yeah, you can see I put some miles on these. I mean some miles on these oar locks. So I think we're gonna pop those out. Pop those out. Finish sanding the outside. Gotta go get my DA or my little grinder. I'll get the little spots there. Luckily, like, there's no rivets down here. There's rivets in the bottom of the boat, but like most of these we're gonna drill out because they're not doing anything with the seat, or we can just tighten them up with the rivet gun, and they won't leak anyways because we're gonna put some super slick stuff on there. Yeah, super slick, super slick, because it's awesome. And it's, I mean, I've drugged this thing. I want to say a lot of these dents on this thing are for me. I've used this thing as a decoy sled. I mean, it's been all over. It's been all over the place. So we'll see what happens. But I think we take these seats out and replace them with benches and some aluminum framing and whatnot, just because we obviously need the benches. We need 2 benches, but I think if we take a 1x1, and I've done it on my other boat, we take a 1x1 and basically make this, right? So you get a 4-inch piece of flat and you put a 1x1 on top, then you weld onto the flat, right? Because that way that gives you your rigidity. And then so that would be our rib, but we'll bring that 1x up like this alongside, and that will support our boat or our seat. And we'll bring one up in the middle, support there, then you'll have a pocket under there, same with up there. I'm putting way more money into this than I thought. I just spent 160 bucks on primer and paint and tape and acetone. But hopefully it'll be cool when I'm done. Comment and tell me what kind of camo we should put on it. Should we do like some homemade stuff, like some old school duck camo like I did on my 14-footer? Should we do like a bottomland paint job, or I think it would be really cool if we did mossy oak shadowgrass. I just don't know if to make a kit for that. So, or we can just, you know, I'll tell you right now, 3 rolls of blue painter's tape covers up an entire 1436. So I would think that this would probably be less, probably 2 rolls of tape, and then you can just stencil out, cut out whatever you want. And it works good. So if you want to see custom camo or a kit, let me know. I already got the paint, I just need the stencils, or I can trace the stencils or whatever. So comment below. Oh, the air compressor finally done running. That means I can sand more. Sweet. Wicka, 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 wicka. One side down. The whole rest of the boat to go. I'm just using like a Scotch-Brite prep pad on this. It is my last one, so yeah, let's see how far that goes. Montgomery Ward, Sea King. That's what she is. And I'm gonna leave that on there. And I'm gonna sand this a little bit. And I'm gonna... You guys enjoying the show? Yeah! Okay, at least somebody is. I want to help at that! What? I want to help! You already helped. Plus, I'm pretty sure this is like lead-based paint, so you probably just sit back and watch Daddy get cancer. Anyway. Anyway, hey. What? Hang on. So yeah, anyway, we're just, you know, we're just gonna keep going. Strip her down and get her down to bare aluminum. I got a bunch of primer. We're gonna put primer over it. And I got the floors, but not gonna show it to you yet. Amazon came and dropped off the stuff that I needed, but I think we're gonna work on stripping her down first, and then take these seats out and we're gonna, you know, go from there. So probably just gonna grind the rivets down and pop these seats out, and yeah, stuff and things. Pretty good time. Well, seats are out. Seats are out. Everything's sanded down as good as I'm gonna get it. Anyway, as good as I want to get it. Just blew it out, but it started raining, so you know it's not the best to blow it out. But another reason why I want to get a TIG welder, there's no plug in the boat, so I'll weld a plug in here somewhere. Got the transom off. 5 bajillion pounds of caulking. Yeah. We're gonna wait on a TIG welder. We're gonna TIG up this corner right there. We're gonna beef up this transom. We're gonna take some 1x1 square tubing, put it up underneath here, wrap this back around, take this apart. We're gonna build heavier tie, corner ties things. We're gonna beef up this transom with, we're gonna put 1x1 all the way around it. I gotta try and square that up as best as I can. We're gonna put solid rivets in these holes, and we are gonna have a little bit of wood on the inside, so maybe we'll just use to beef up the transom a little bit, because I think you needed like 1.5 inches for the motor to bite on. So we'll put so you'll have 1 inch out here, and then maybe we'll put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood or 1/2 inch plywood on the inside. It's not for strength, it's just for, you know, thickness. Yeah, that's as far as we're gonna go for this video. I'm gonna come back out tomorrow. I'll work on it tomorrow, and yeah, wait for it to dry. I'm gonna go get all the lead paint out of my nose. You know, I had the kids help me, and I was just like, you know, just to be safe, how about you guys don't help? about daddy gets cancer and you guys don't, you know what I mean? I've eaten enough lead and other weird shit. Anyway, like, subscribe, do the things. I know it wasn't a long video, but it's an ongoing process. I'm waiting on stuff still. I got a little bit of stuff. I got some hydroturf. What else I got handles coming, because I like to have a handle on my boat so I can pick up the rear and have a handle on the front. And I want to kind of make some spud pole spots. So like on these corner brackets, I want to be able to, you know, drop a spud pole in. So that way the guy's boat would be a little bit stiffer, you know? So, yeah. Like, subscribe, do the things. It's going to be an ongoing process, but we got it stripped. It was just a lot of sanding and a lot of pressure washing. So, it's going to be a little boring for a little while, but it is what it is. Appreciate you guys. Just, you know, I appreciate it.